I was young, but not that young. My mother sent me to the field, this field, to bring some food and some blankets to my father at night. She couldn't go because she was in her seclusion. She was carrying my baby brother. And I went, and it was so exciting to me because I never am allowed to stay out at that age. And I brought the food to my father and the blankets, and I wanted to stay up all night. You know, see, he was a shepherd, but not just any shepherd. We raised lambs for the temple sacrifice. That meant he had to be extra careful because you cannot have a damaged lamb. My father had the best rate, no injury rate, of all the shepherds. And so I was so excited, and I wanted to stay up to keep him from lions and bears. But I was getting drowsy. I was little after all. So I'm not really sure if it was a dream or not. But all of a sudden, there was this bright light. And there was in the light a person, kind of a person, but not a person. Maybe a person. And a sound. And I heard this sound, and the voice said, "Do not be afraid. I bring you good news of great joy, which is for all the people." Oh, I looked at my father. I never saw him afraid. I think he was afraid. I looked at him, I looked at the other shepherds, and all of a sudden, you know, we heard this music and light everywhere, all around us. And this music, I can't tell you what it sounded like. It was the most beautiful sound I ever heard. Glory to God in highest, and on earth peace to those on whom his favor rests. It was a big noise. I can't tell you. I wish you could hear it. I can't do it justice. It was like angels. And when the sound stopped, the music faded. You know, it reminded me of when my baby brother was born. Because, you know, in Israel, when a baby boy is born, all the neighbors come to sing. Now I'm older, quite a bit older. And I remember hearing about this baby when he grew up. Jesus, they say, Messiah. And I knew my mama and my daddy were always praying for Messiah to come. That night the shepherd said, "Is this Messiah?" You see, the angels had told us, you'll find this baby in Bethlehem, wrapped up in his birthing cloths, tight, so he feels like he's just safe, like from the womb, and lying in a place of feeding, the manger. So all the shepherds said, let us go, let us go. But you see, we don't go into town very much, because even though we are important to the temple, I realize shepherds are not very important to other people. Maybe it's because we can't keep the law of cleanliness, you know. You always have to tend your animals. How can you be clean to enter the temple? But that day we said, we're going. And my father grabbed me up and he ran to town. And we found the baby just as described, lying where animals feed. Now you see, I understand what kind of Messiah he is. But when he was born and the angels sang, I didn't know they were his neighbors. You see, he came from heaven. And would not the neighbors come and sing when the baby boy is born? I was disappointed like all the others when he was put on the cross. But then he was resurrected. Now he's back in his home. And I no longer need to worry about the temple. I am not less than anyone else, though I am a woman and a shepherd's daughter. I can go and see my